Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video just to, point out some of the things about the Samsung OLED G8 monitor that some of the other YouTubers may not have mentioned in their reviews. I'm not going to say anything about the picture quality or the general quality of the monitor. I think if you want to hear about color accuracy and all this other kind of stuff, you can watch one of the many other YouTube videos that are out there. I'm going to talk about some things that I don't like about this monitor and some things I wish I had known before buying it, because I did watch many other YouTube videos, and these are just some things that those videos did not mention, again, that I wish I knew, and I may actually have not purchased this monitor if I had known those things. So yeah. So one of the first really annoying things about this monitor is whenever you turn it on or wake it up from sleep, this pretty annoying banner pops up for the game mode that blocks your Windows taskbar, and also this little second bar comes up telling you that you can open the settings. But it blocks your taskbar for a few seconds every time you turn on the monitor or wake it from sleep. So that's a huge issue for me using Windows. It was even worse when I first got the monitor. It would pop up every time you minimized a window or like alt tabbed out of a game or something like that. But I had to do a firmware update, and when I did the firmware update, it fixed the issue. But doing the firmware update was a whole different issue. The monitor connects to your Wi-Fi and is supposed to update the firmware automatically, but unfortunately it wasn't doing that. And so I had to go on the Samsung website and manually download the latest revision of the firmware to a USB stick, and then stick it in the monitor and update that way. So that was a little bit of a disappointment as well, but I figured it out. One of the other things about this monitor is the settings menu is not really clear or intuitive as far as what settings you actually want, especially for gaming, which is what a lot of people are doing on this monitor. So for example, they have this game settings, right? And you have all these HDR tone mapping settings. So it's like, what is game HDR or HDR10 plus gaming? The descriptions are not really, they don't give you an idea of what the things actually do. So should I have both these on? Should I have both of them off, or one on, one off? It's not really clear. And if you look on Reddit or Google or whatever, nobody really, there's all kind of opinions out there, but nobody really knows what they're truly talking about, it seems like. So, and again, there's also some picture settings, and you have this brightness setting for peak brightness. So what is that? Does that have anything to do with HDR? Does it not? I assume most people are going to want to use HDR on this monitor, so it's unclear how this interacts with the Windows HDR settings or the other gaming HDR settings. That's just another thing, another frustration when trying to, set this up. So another problem I had with this monitor was with the screen would just randomly go black every 15-20 minutes or so for about 3 to 5 seconds at a time when connected with HDMI, which is extremely annoying. I almost sent it back just for that. And so I tried connecting it with Displayport, and then another problem popped up that was not a problem with HDMI, where the monitor wouldn't wake up from sleep. And these issues are widely documented on the internet if you just Google them. But it seems like the latest manual firmware update that I've done has resolved these issues. And I have not had them since, but that was another annoyance. Also, this monitor has some RGB lighting in the back that you can turn on or off through the settings. It's extremely weak, does not match the colors that are on the display well at all. It's more just a gimmick. So if that's, if that feature is at all influencing your decision to buy this, I would definitely not consider it at all as a feature. I turn it off almost all the time. Another thing is this monitor uses these mini HDMI and mini Displayport connectors. They're really feel kind of flimsy. I'm sure they had to do this to keep the sleekness of the monitor or something, but really just not a smart design decision. And you have to go out and buy special cables. So yeah, just weird. Another weird thing about this monitor is it has like a panel care setting because it is an OLED display and it's susceptible to burn in, as everyone knows. So, the whole display, you can see the bezels around the display are a little bit wide for like a modern monitor. What'll happen is every couple of minutes, if you have these panel care settings on, the whole display will shift like 1 or 2 pixels. It's almost imperceptible, but it's not imperceptible, and it doesn't really bother me, but it might bother you. So yeah, overall, do I regret my purchase? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, the display is really really beautiful. I mean, you can see I have this cheap Kurui monitor right next to it, and you can see maybe even with my crappy iPhone camera that the colors are just way better. The brightness is great. Everything about the monitor, the display itself is great. Just had huge headaches getting it set up and the settings dialed into where I would like. And I still have this annoying pop-up banner at the bottom that I mentioned earlier, which, I mean, that alone almost makes me want to, sell it and get something else. So hopefully this video helped you a little bit, or hopefully you at least learned some things that you did not learn from other YouTube videos. And thanks for watching, and have a good day.